Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Push to Talk, the series where I, Lewis, talk about particular topics in and around the gaming sphere to help keep you guys in the loop. This week we're going to be talking about my area of expertise, esports. Specifically, Valorant, as its first event of the 2023 season is currently underway in Sao Paulo, Brazil. This is the first tournament since the quote-unquote franchising began, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding the tournament's format. I'll also be going into my thoughts coming into this season, some of the storylines, and also who I'll be rooting for. Here's a hint: they're Southeast Asian. But before we get into that, you guys know what to do. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you want to see more content just like this, and obviously ding dong that notification bell to be notified when we upload next, because we upload videos every single week. Now let's blast pack into this. So the VCT lock-in event is currently underway in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The 30 partner teams from across the world, including 2 from China, have culminated in Sao Paulo, Brazil to see who is the best. As I mentioned before though, the main point of controversy is the tournament's format. In case you don't know, the tournament is a best of 3 leading up until the semi-finals, where it will become a best of 5, but that's not the issue. The issue is that it's a single elimination bracket. Yes, that's right. If a team loses a single series, that's it. They're gone, sent home packing to wherever they came from. And many pros and coaches have expressed their concern regarding the format, like NRG's coach Chet saying, "Fly to Brazil, have no info on the other teams because it's the first matches with new meta and it's single elimination. What an absolute tournament to kick off the year." Even Valorant's poster boy Tens wasn't too pleased with the format, with him tweeting, "Kickoff event, single elim ? Raised eyebrow emoji." Now to be fair, the global head of Valorant esports, Leo Faria, did come out and tweet, "It's 100% a time constraint. We want all partner teams to be at lock-in, but that comes with a trade-off. We considered Swiss, built a whole schedule for it, but it's just too many matches. And the tournament is already too long as it is. It's not only the number of days, but also the broadcast hours. We want our days to be 6 hours long max. Otherwise, we burn out the audience. Multi-streams are bad for a number of reasons, and having a longer tournament takes away from the rest of the season, international league splits, etc. Now, I get both sides. Riot wants to give equal exposure to all partner teams while not burning out the audience at the same time. And on the other side, some teams will go home just after playing 2 maps. For those who win, they'll have to play an almost perfect tournament without any real data to go off of before the tournament's even begun. Another thing that we need to consider is that yes, the world is open again, but visas can be a problem. Getting visas can be extremely difficult depending on what country you're from. So imagine worrying about getting a visa to then get approved and then to be sent home after losing 2 maps. It just doesn't quite seem fair, does it? We can literally see this with day 1 of the event. Both Koi and Detonation Focus Me were eliminated from the tournament after losing 0-2 to NRG and Giants respectively. They didn't really get a chance to show what they were made of. That's why I think we should take performances going into this tournament with a grain of salt. Although it's best of 3, it just doesn't show what teams are made of. But you know what teams are made of? Players. A roster of players, in fact. And those rosters have seen some massive changes coming into this season. Let's start with the biggest change of all. My favorite team, Optic, disbanding. Unfortunately, Optic did not make partner this year, and so they went in their separate ways, with Finesse, Crashies, Victor, and Coach Chet going to NRG, and Ye going to Cloud9. Marv is still hanging around the tier 2 scene, but from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like he's really keen on competing this year. We then saw Sentinels rebuild their entire roster around Tens and Zekken, with the acquisition of Death from Xset and the Brazilian duo in Sassy and Pancada from the most recent Valorant champions, Loud. Now, there's been a lot of debate on who exactly is the best American team, and it's still kind of in the air right now. Some say NRG because the core of Optic is still there. Some say Cloud9 with their justification being the fact that they are just a super team. Tens fanboys will say Sentinels. And then you got some weirdos who say 100 Thieves, but let's be honest, on paper they're not bad, but there's just not much experience on there. The likeliness that we'll actually get to see these teams face off against one another is extremely slim, so this question might go unanswered until the Americas League kicks off. Now let's talk about my other favorite team, Paper X. Yes, I know, unfortunately, they've already been knocked out of the tournament by none other than El Diablo himself, Ye and Cloud9. Going into the 2023 season, PaperX decided to stick with their main roster, with only the addition of Cigarettes, who is more of a streamer slash content creator rather than an actual substitute. I do look forward to see whether or not they will actually incorporate him, because he is an extremely talented player from his days back in CSGO. But hey, I'm just happy that we got to see another iconic Benkai walkout, or in this case, crawl out. Although PaperX did put up a good fight on map 1 Lotus, it just wasn't enough. They would go on to lose map 2 13-4 and were sent home packing. Now, am I sad? Yeah, yeah I am. PaperX is one of my favorite teams for a reason, as they've been doing things that a lot of Southeast Asian orgs have just failed to do across all esports. So to see them go home kind of hurts. I feel that they could have brought a lot more to the table in terms of entertainment and storylines, but I guess we'll have to wait and see until the Pacific Leagues begin. And to be fair, at this point, a lot of teams know how to play against them. As a fan, I think they need to change things up a bit. That's not me saying that they should stray away from their iconic W gaming aggressive playstyle, but rather revolutionize the way they play, spice things up, you know? Because at the end of the day, like DRX, there's a lot of VOD to go over with them. So I do think a change might be needed. Another team I look forward to seeing play is T1. With the addition of Sire Player and Carpe, the team is now pretty much an all-Korean team. Because yes, although Ban is American, he's Korean-American. But this isn't me really rooting for T1, this is just more my own curiosity, as DRX have cemented themselves as the Korean team, so I want to see how T1 puts up against them. Actually, scratch that, I just want to see how they play in general, because I've heard a lot of good things about Carpe, and we all know Sire Player from the Guard, as he was just an absolute monster. But we'll have to wait and see, as they don't play until next week. Overall, I look forward to seeing what happens throughout the entire event. Who's going to come out on top and give their region the best shot at winning Masters Tokyo. In case you don't know, the winning region will receive an extra slot going into Masters Tokyo. So if NA wins, that means at Masters Tokyo there will be 4 NA teams instead of 3. And that just about does it for this episode. If you guys have any other topics you would like me to discuss, then feel free to leave a comment down below. And as usual, if you did enjoy this video, then be sure to like, subscribe if you want to see more content just like this, and obviously ding dong that notification bell to be notified when we upload next, because we upload videos every single week. Thank you all for watching. My name's been Lewis from Kakuchopurei, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.